Su Chen observes to the zombies, while they growl in his last life. The corpses that are exposed in the light of the sun will mutate, but they are not really zombies. What it means that not spread he virus. He calls them demons of the drought, and they are similar to the monsters of the same name from a popular Chinese book of creatures, mythological. These demons of drought in reality preserve some memories and attachments, since when are alive and in life. Former of the Mr. St. was murdered by Gao Yang. What should do that would cling to desire of revenge, which in turn converted in a devil of the drought. That's why he zombified Mr. Zent ignores full to his Chen and runs to kill to your killer instead. And as for died for the gunshot wounds that he tipped. Su Chen so rushes toward our protagonist instead, the great devil of the drought. Throw a hand with claws toward he man smaller, and it is easily able to dodge, then rushes toward he other devil of the drought and knocks down his katana directly through from the head of the Mr. Saint, slicing to hell of the drought completely in half upon dying a little purple crystal sail. His body and floats in front to his Chen in latest apocalypse, where Gao Qiang was the leader from the Hotel Green City. Dabi have obtained their powers after to kill to Mr. San in his last life also. That means that the glass always will appear inside of the Mr. Saint. This is the core of glass that can give to the people normal force superhuman. Now you belongs him and can use it to improve enormously their skills. Barely has a second to pick it up before they swing toward he, with blind rage instead to fight against him. Su Chen jumps about the devil of drought runaway and lands safe in the stairs. Now that has what came to search. The rest depends by Gao Chen and the others down without other option. The boss grabs a SAO you by the neck and it lands towards. That is fixes them to hit to the man and his brother zombie in his supply water, then screams to the others that they look for weapons and attack. Meanwhile, Su Chen is served a drink and dissolves the crystal in Ella. In his last life, these nuclei glass appear occasionally in the skills of the demons of drought and others beasts. Mutants are extremely rare and just appears within each 1 in 100. To obtain their power, you have to clean good the core of the crystal and then swallow it directly. Once the glass is completely submerged in the drink, he drinks it all in one gulp. The effects they manifest immediately, and his body explodes with such force that your clothes explodes immediately. Screams in pain, while their eyes they turn red before to collapse naked in the floor down below. It seems that the zombified this dead Gao Cheng. He steps on it, the head with rage, and yells at him that moves, but now stood still. In he floor kill him also. Them has removed your last source water. Without water, Lioness decides to try escape to the point of rescue, but one of the men, the grabs, and him says that will cut off your legs if he tries to flee again. She told him, pray, let her go, since without water, everyone will die from thirst. Then them says that if they let her go them, he will say away to face to his Chen, who them interested, and they the insta to speak before that they kill her. She told them says that Xiaoqian is the financial of his Chen, and if they attack her at the gate of his Chen, it will open to them definitely the door, so that can to offer him an ambush. The men are okay with her, and Xiaoqian is surprised by that. Your own sister suggests use it as bait. They turn around to catch to the ex-fiancé, and she told them says that will cooperate with his plan, but what first have to find him some food, specifically wants meat, that it is not possible already that the meat from the fridge electric has already been lying to lose, but Gaoqian has an idea, gives him a knife while the others men are gather and hold to Lena. Then Yu says that wants meat. She decides, yes, Aoqian. He realizes quickly from what do they want, that eats the meat. His own sister, it is think one moment, and then becomes towards Lena, threateningly while holds. The Lena knife begin to scream while Aoqian walk towards her try, beg him and remind him that are sisters and should not do this. The other women doubt of his words and that Sean really sisters since does not do a lot his. Suppose sister them. There was suggested that they will use it as bait without think about it, not even grab a Lena by the neck and nails him. He knife in his stomach several times while murderous brutally to your sister. Even Gao Chang and his men observe. Surprised as you says to your sister dying to blame himself. So same of the occurred. Then he laughs about the corpse while the blood accumulates around of his feet. Now that the food is insured, Ceres heartily and promises that in how much finished to eat will go up to his room and will drink his blood. Gao Kyong them says that let them dream, ye cook the meat already, that they will need all the force possible for face to his Chen. One of the men try protest, but he boss you. Remember that without water, none of them will last a day. So yes, don't want becoming a corpse dry, then must do what he says. entrance. The man is shown reluctant, but in the end, he yells at them that they look for to don already, while both his Chen he has awakened and decides rest their powers. He realizes that has acquired skills of a physical type, and his endurance to the heat too are improved besides your muscles and his force. Also, they have increased puts to the test. Your new power crushing a big block of ice with one hand while gets up and admires your new skills. They call to his sweet door. It seems that someone else has come to your door to annoy him. Look through of the camera security, and it is given account about what. It is a gift. Already, the cook of the hell what awaits you in front of his door. She waits anxious that he open it and let her in. All those below, they have become crazy people, as Gaochen and the floor below longer safe. Your only hope at the moment is to associate with Su Chen, and luckily she has a bit of influence to get out with his own. When finally open the door, go on completely naked, while he asks her if everything goes well and if you need aid. Silk account, his body naked, and screams while he apologizes. Hurriedly, and it is given account about what forgot. Get dressed before leaving to your meeting. The invites to enter into your apartment, and although he considers subdue her, the environment, it's a little uncomfortable now for both, but based on in his life, former you know what doing already, she is a woman of willpower, very strong, and that I had a relationship of cooperation with Gao Yang, so yes, finds a way to bring it at your side, then it is will benefit enormously. Starts telling him that their resources are limited and that also they are running out to no hence. Can't wait that LA accepts, only because she's pretty douane already. Silk account about what the room, alright, equipped with ice and electricity, and that's why we'll have to demonstrate it was worth it if wants stay. There he tells her that it's not cook only, but also graduate by LA Southwest Medical University. What it means that has a certificate of qualification, medical and 3 years of experience as a surgeon. The fact that it is doctor, he is enthusiastic about it, but that doesn't change. He made of that. Their resources are limited and does not know if we'll be able to survive you tomorrow. She despairs, and him says that as long as not, the throw of the building will do what he want. He accepts your offer, and him says that consider his room as his own house. When she gives account of what has saying, it's already too much late for retract. So you warns that his only option when this with he is to behave and make sure that does not have second intentions, or otherwise LA will eliminate. She, however, does not plan to go against him, and never has doubted of their methods and his determination. Now that all it is decided, you says that take off the clothes given, that now it is the moment to start to pay VA to give a shower. Now that your Chen you has allowed, stay in his room. There is water, electricity, and everything that someone would need to survive to the apocalypse. And don't worry, on the outside, there is no need to think in the weather scorching or be eaten by the others. For anyone in the outside, this place would be the paradise. That does not mean that your Chen be none type of angel, although their intentions are quite obvious, especially when you said that he would give something different to eat but does not have choice. Is this or the scorching one and relentless apocalypse? Luckily, she already. I had thought that he would act so before to go up to your room, so can't do nothing meanwhile. In he lounge Su. Chen, the observes while takes a shower, do not does to arrive to the top. Of course only wants to avoid that. She does something improper, that is what is said. So same anyway. After to shower, comes out dressed with a suit of a nurse that he chose specifically for her. The clothes, it fits you a little small and obviously does not cover it. Essential. You says that it fits you perfect, what makes gift already blush and show insecure. Suddenly, they are heard strong blows in his door. Someone he yells at her, let it come out and save him. Meanwhile, another voice shouts that if it doesn't come out, will throw the door below on the other side of the gate. Someone lurks threatening with teeth and claws, very sharp. Who won't let it be, now doesn't look human. Su Chen is more annoying for having to face back to those jokers that has terrified for his life, but gift already. You warns that does not come out. These people already has been eaten to Lena, and yes, open the door, so also they could to be devoured. The fact that is, have eaten someone calls the attention of his Chen, and for his expression it means that it is about very bad news. Leave the Swede and leaves to the meeting of the people. What awaits you before his door? Them says that don't rush to tear down the door already. What will it be problematic? Yes, is damaged. The men in front of the gate, they seem disturbed with veins bulging for all. The skin as well as eyes, reds crazy in means of. They show who begs to his Chen that saves her, while one of the The men grabs him, the head in how much sail they become toward, he with its sharp edges, teeth, and they laugh maniacally. It seems that this will be reduced to a fight. It doesn't matter. As I handled it, however, Chen, it doesn't seem like it. Annoying at all. Goes out into the hallway, and immediately other of the men that was hidden behind the wall try to reach out to him and ambush with a knife. The increase of power that our protagonist got it before, thank you to the glass of the devil of the drought. It provides you with some reflections, enough sharp as to stop the attack and break immediately. The arm of the man nailing him again, his own knife in the neck that is scandalous to the men, and they retreat now that they have seen his power. But Xiao Qian take advantage, the opportunity to separate of them in a hurry toward his chin, without leave to beg him that saves her. He act of the damsel in trouble, fool her at all, and L.A. stops by the neck, showing his own set of teeth sharp and eyes reds. Once that someone eat meat human, his body will mutate, and so you will grow fangs in L.A. Boca. Now same Zokian and the others men already, they are not human, grabbed to the woman by L.A. Kara, making it cough and lose he breath. However, to the men, they are not worried at last, and in the end it is he end of the world, and what does it matter if they are eaten too? The people while can survive, although becoming monsters thirsty of blood in the end at least will be alive. Saokian says that the meat, it was delicious, and then to eat it his body felt full of energy now. All what you need is take out your Chen and seize his room, turns his body and tries hit him with its claws, but a strong one kick of our protagonist. The command, flying by the aisle and falling through a window, almost fell at streets from below, but with difficulty get hold in latest moment, definitely will not let Su Chen escape so easily. However, out from the hotel go on doing a scorching heat, and she screams of pain while the sun to him burning he body. Meanwhile in the interior, the men decide pounce together about it before have the opportunity to draw his weapon. His Chen wonders calmly, yes, not even needs waste bullets in these guys, and one of them you warns that don't underestimate him, jumps too much through the air and prepares to fall about his Chen, and end with he, unfortunately for him, he doesn't care, waste time and lifts a gun, crossing the head of the first attacker with a bullet, the rest dispersed with hope to avoid full the weapon and hit him while had the guard down, thanks to their new forms. Now not only are they more strong, but even his speed of reaction improved a lot. Meanwhile Su Chen continues shooting at them, bullets when they try pounce about him, but they avoid everything with ease. In this situation, a few simple ones, bullets will not be enough to knock them down. One of them clings to the ceiling before to descend towards Su Chen, but that type of attack, weak, is not enough to. Surprise to our boy, grab the man by the head and its star against him floor, killing him instantly. So take the hand from another man and takes away he knife hand in hand before using it to slice the neck of two others, attackers knocking them down to all. The only one what remains is the improved Gao Yang that pounces about him with he fist retired for an attack end. However, likewise that the other Suchan grabs him quietly before that can attack, and him subject to the wall by the neck while holds Gao. Chen against the wall. A figure jumps through the window and lands in the end of the aisle. It's Ao Qian, and it seems that the sun L.A. has mutated, equipping it of sharpening skewers on the back and a long tail in time that he has given an aspect still more unhinged. It seems to have mutated quickly to the state monstrous due to its strong attachment toward he. You breaks the neck to Gao Chen, killing him instantly, then turns to face toward Okian for a battle final. As she doesn't want to, he disappears. We'll have to keep killing her until finally leave. Saukan roars with rage, while both look at each other fixedly. Meanwhile, the nurse Duan, you see from the security of the room. She is amazed by the maid that your Chen they are have fixed alone to finish with all. The band, by Gao Chang, the new girl monster, that ends to appear. However, gives off a vibration very different and dangerous. Try to think in a way to help you to be able to stay at your side. Does not want to be a load for him, although its shape to take care of her be a little questionable, while wonders what are you going to do. He realizes that there is something in the room that could allow you be by his side. The nurse comes back to the room and leaves with a whip, ready to fight against. He monster. You says to his Chen, who I left her help, but he is not there, very impressed. Not to have fear and refuse to hide is a good trait, but with the form in what she is dressed only, it's going to end distracting him. The monster roars again, to remember too the couple that they have fish fatter to fry before loading against them. Great speed, his Chen barely manages to dodge a blow in the head, leaving that his shirt received the greatest part of the damage. So active one of its skills, the mode superpower berserker, attacker that increases his force and durability at levels huge. The monster rushes behind his chin, try bite him neck, but even with their teeth sharp, like knives, does not leave a mark now that she has swinging. It's his turn, and it begins for grabbing him the two arms, and then the back going around behind her, landing backwards while you subject the arms above from the head. Then him if is ready, but it doesn't have neither one moment to answer before Chen the boot, both arms hitting his heart against him, floor in the process, screams in pain, and as such, Chena lands after. She willing to finish with her at once for all had planned leave her suffer a bit more in the apocalypse while he tortured her slowly until death, but now has to kill her before or so is what he think at least wraps with his tail, the corpse of one of the men attackers, and lifts it up in the air. Then open your mouth up to the torso and swallows it whole, giving it even more power in how much absorbs it full his hands. They regenerate and his force multiplies by 10. It seems that can regenerate members amputees. That's great for your Chen. Since if can regenerate, it means that it's not so easy to kill after all. Also, it means that can destroy it many times and have fun torturing her both as Want rushes towards her and goes behind her again, grabbing her of the arm left. Then it is torn off, pushing her again to the ground. Before that I can get up starts from it also. The arm right continued of his tail and both legs, almost immediately its members. They regenerate such and how had planned leaving her back in perfect conditions. That was just the first round, however. The second round starts immediately after while Chen continues tearing it apart again and again, allowing that your body regenerate before to tear it apart. Again, neither is limited to the limbs. It passes to the language, then to the organs, inmates, everything already at other except the head. It seems that everything others can regenerate, what it means that can follow playing with her. Everything, whatever you want in the 20th first round, his body leaves to regenerate, and it is already defeated and shattered in the floor. Planned tear it away, Zasmer eyes, but decided not to go so far after all. Now it's a devil. She asks him, trembling, why is it going so far to torture her, and which one is yours? Reason to make it suffer before his death. He tells her that it is simply for revenge before to hit him with the foot in the head, killing her instantly. Now that the threat has disappeared, Gift already asks him, highly strung, if found good, but rather answer him if is ready, has been so heroic, then she ought be willing to reward him in another place. In a point of rescue, seems that the temperatures exteriors are being normalizing. Not there is much hope, but maybe he apocalypse already is finishing. At least that is what they think. The soldiers parked at the station of the University Engineering Xiaofeng. The soldier who once had a fight with Chen in the hotel is one of the people parked in the university and notice something in the distance, nervously calls to the captain of the squadron, a woman white hair, and him says that there is many people approaching to the point. Rescue suddenly turns to see from that is talking, but instead of people see massive horde of zombies marching toward. They begin to run toward both, and the captain does not lose time in giving orders. You says to Xiaofeng, who evacuate to the civilians of the point of rescue while she tries contain them. Xiaofeng try to argue, but she told him obliges to enter as does not have further remedy when it is him an order enter reluctantly while he tells her that don't die, while both Chen plans to show to Duan already the power of a berserker, probably for the third time. At this point, she told him has rewarded more times of the that can count and is covered wondering as once returned to do it. Chen, you says that now that has passed. The heat wave extreme has to leave a while before doing it, although has to teach him some memories unforgettable. She asks him by what sayant accompany him, but the people to your around must continue a couple of conditions. Strict, they must be valuable and obey absolutely your orders after his session. It seems that Duan already has been submitted completely. Him next, it has to happen. Hurry to arrive to the city before the seawater overflow in his life. Previous many of the zombies they saw each other pushed for the obsession to reach the rescue point and finally formed a horde of tsunamis and attacked his ancient escape route. Many civilians and soldiers died in heat stroke of the tsunami, and the incident also caused the dispersion of a great amount of military weapons. Thanks to this, many idiots street had access to arms, and the people current walked over there shooting up each other to survive and for fun. So it's like with he time were formed several factions and multiple people. They ascended to power in half, some from chaos, however were too much stupid to use your new power in a way productive, as the group of people who thought it would be able to stop your car getting started in front of him with a gun. They shouted that stoppy vehicle, but he simply the crosses through full speed, running them over while continues toward your destination. destiny, while drives around the city silk account about what just like in his life, form of the walls they crack by the sun scorching, and the investiture combined of the wave of zombies ends, provoking the collapse from the station by subway. Thanks to this, a large number of people died underground, and the number probably reached the 1,000. Stop the car one moment to look at inside of a hole in his soil, and a great number of eyes of zombie. You returned the look. The zombies underground, they feel attracted by the roar from the car, and although could, there is a great number of crystals over there below for him. No, all. The zombies have crystals in the head, and it would be too long to break each skull open one by one. Instead, to do that, decides head to LA University of Engineering and check the situation by itself. Same is the first time that returns to the University Engineering since graduated. Now it's full more criminals and zombies of that remembers when crossing. The door main thing is received by a group of people that seem have zombies as pets, chaining them to the walls. They tell him that is entering in his territory. So what else it is worth handing over your backpack? Yeah, once pass without being attacked. Suchin is done the defenseless for a moment and takes out from his backpack a thigh of stewed chicken that think give them in exchange. For that you leave pass. The group of people who probably they have not seen good food in several days. Immediately they become savages before. The idea to eat chicken thighs. Chen smiles and throws them the food to the ground, and everyone jumps some about others to grab it. But while they fight for him, our protagonist strip of the meat with a piece stringed and them says that they are not worthy to eat the thighs chicken. This it makes them angry, and they take out their weapons to take revenge. His for getting involved with they that forces to your chainer to let go of nonsense and takes out a gun to finish with. They quickly doesn't remember to so many idiots of his life former. It could be that your appetences did survive to much more people who before, and that will end leading to in the situation current go up the stairs and arrives to the Department of Reptiles and Snakes and the great lock of the door you that nobody has entered into. He laboratory in a lot time upon entering the room realizes that many snakes they have died since the air it's full of smell to putrefaction. Look through from the room a bit until finally finds it that has been searching the king serpent golden that will mutate into the snake bell leading water of the army. It seems that has survived so long eating to all the others snakes in his life former. This snake was one of the first in suffer the mutation and ate to quite a few people of he made. Almost swallows it him also inside of a week when I arrived. The flood will begin to mutate and can that it comes back so strong that even him it is possible for you difficult defeat him. Even now it seems that the snake already has begun to form a glimpse intelligence. He will have to be cautious to your around from now while looking to the snake feels something from outside the room. It seems that some people are here for greet you. The thugs of the gate, they yell at him, let it come out, it's useless. Hide since already they know that it's there. Hidden Chen does not hide of course and leaves with the hand in the pocket and without any worry. It's a moment critical for him. After all, ain't allow yourself to be bothered for these guys, so it would be better for him to take care of them quickly before can do the first motion. However, a woman pounces from the shadows and surprises to the bullies squeeze with her thighs to the first bully while take another one under the arm and him breaks the neck in a moment. Two of them are dead and immediately jump on it third and grabs it by LA Kara. Also you breaks the neck before can react with everyone the others. Dead Chen decides to join to the party and him points out with a gun to the nape of the neck praising their movements while the threat of death. She doesn't wait for him to shoot and in your place happens to the counterattack hitting his hand with the elbow to set aside the weapon. Then it is put on his hands and jumps about his neck treating to turn it back, but it happens counts too much. Afternoon of that your neck it's a little too hard so that she breaks it like the others. Instead of that she sits down about their shoulders with his crotch pressing shamefully against his face. He take a moment to breathe before to ask him what is exactly what you think is doing. After a bit of struggle has her tied up in a position dubious with strings red and the gun comes back to aim at him at the head without other option. Finally is presented as a Vikang, the captain of the team of operations specials Azure Tiger. Despite his situation current you advises to behave and the let go. Chen ignores his words and asks him knows to someone called Zhao Feng of the team of forces specials her you. It is surprising that no to Sao Feng and him says that once saved the life of the soldier. It's not a lie complete but neither it's the truth. With ESA information exposed decides to tell him to your chin all what he knows until now. a group of fugitives took the school and used the students as hostages while they stole weapons. When the zombie horde attacked, the point rescue Xiaofeng directed to the civilians so that it is they will march first. But I didn't expect that some of the prisoners would have escaped and would have infiltrated between the civilians. Normal, having in account the circumstances, Chen don't believe that his fault that the prisoners have escaped by Kang. I agree and says that while have the weapons suitable, the town has nothing to fear while speaks. Chen creates a grill and La uses to prepare meat that is eaten in front of her that makes her uncomfortable enough as to ask how much time plans Chen keep her tied up. So he access to let her go, always, and when she promises don't hold him, the head with the legs. As he did before, she access that, but only if he leaves him have some stake. Also after that I untied him the strings and she take it again. Their weapons, you says that has their own affairs of the to take care of what it means no can help you too much for now. All that can do is provide you with some support energetic and not it will be necessary. And you says that hurry and leaves before finish bothering him. She told him remember that in reality plans to attack furtively his strength and recover the estate looted so that people caught in the university can survive. That's why this could be the only one time they see each other. She return is made to leave, but the promise more supplies makes him the returns too. Call lies saying that Xiaofeng is yours, brother, and that's why plans help her. But his true motivation are clearly the provisions that she seeks. The supplies are found in a room of the block administrative, and inside there a group of bullies with guns retains to several students as hostages while guard the supplies looted. The gang leader asks your subordinate how things are going, and the bully low-level answers that the majority of the boys are waiting out and they are ready to assault to the students in a bedroom. The boss smile when everyone their plans begin to fit in and says that those who did not cooperate at first must go to the front while the less cooperatives keep the rear guard. While they speak, someone knocks down the door, his hiding place, and interrupts the meeting. It's your Chen and apologizes quietly for interrupting his meeting. The bullies they get scared and him they ask who is and how has achieved enter when there is more of 20 people watching the room from outside them says that entered very easily and then makes a demonstration lifting the finger and pointing with he to the man that he made. The question so makes Van and the head of the man explodes in a moment while falls to the ground dead while the others bullies they scream horrified. Chen them says that if they move will die while so much Beichan look through from La mirror of a sniper from the roof of the building located in front to the block administrative. She is the that has been eliminating to the bullies as well as providing support of sniper to his Chen all the time. However, even with that, still there is many bullies in the room. What makes that? This is a situation very dangerous. He plan of your Chen of attracting to the enemy. She alone. It's too much risky in his opinion. But the man insisted in what it did. It was just he gave him the rifle of sniper and him. He said that will be situated on the rooftop of the building opposite. He plan is to shoot where he note and use that to scare to the bullies. It's a plan really absurd and does not have neither idea of because agreed to it first of all. But now there is no lap back. Suddenly the curtains they close and she calls to his Chen in panic asking how it goes for its part instead of his voice and his answer. Listen to the others bullies laughing. Now that have been given account of, that has placed a sniper outside it seems that has been located just as she knew that would be and things are. They have put ugly for our protagonist without any other choice. Run away of the building and heads crazy toward the block. Administrative to save to your companion. Temporary with luck, Chen can find a form to win time while she runs to rescue him. While running around campus, hear someone on the other side order that they kill to your Chin. No, there is plenty of time and his Chin already must be dead when finally arrives to the room willing to avenge to your buddy fallen. He is surprised when seeing that everyone in the room already Han been eliminated and his Chen. He is standing in the center holding to the bully boss by the neck. It seems that it's already too much late and on top of that no more left supplies. Here the boss appeal for his life while Chen you subject by the neck in time that transfers stealthily the supplies to your space. Magic affirms that your Chen would not dare to kill him since the people that has behind it never would leave with his own. Our protagonist does not. Leave intimidate by the threat empty and breaks it he neck. Promising that people that are behind him will unite in the death coming soon. Bai Chiang is surprised that they Chen, I would get defeat to everyone those present so easily without his aid, treats to hide it, saying that has been doing exercises with regularity, and that's why has the strength necessary to carry out these feats. Amazing. Besides, there is no more provisions in the room, and probably already were hungry and weak when Kang arrived, is not convinced and wonders. Yeah, someone else could, to have them assaulted and have been taken all the provisions. And now what? The provisions. They have disappeared. That will pass with the students. Chen will share with they some of the supplies that looted. Yes, it is necessary, but it all depends on as behave while go on doing questions. Chen passes next to her and heads to the bedroom of the girls, since before asked the bullies and him. They said that Xiaofeng and the others. Students had gathered over there now that have come out from the room. One of the bodies that hang in the background begin to move shudders and open your eyes. What it reveals that is alive and that it was listening to everything. Meanwhile, one of the bullies travels the campus in search someone has escaped to cause issues. The finds in the room that your Chen and Bai Chan they finished to abandon, and she's the girl that listened to everything. The conversation they hurry to, lower it, and she falls standing in how much they are freed. He asks if has found what I was looking for, becoming pass as a prisoner for several days. So she told him, says that, how have you been? About to die, needs he comfort of the man. What is called tusk steel, accepts comfort her and takes out a whip thorny that uses in his back, screams with pleasure in how much he whip hits his back, and the bully, he asks her how it feels. It seems that the painful one, comfort got, make it feel a lot. A better and them account exactly what he saw while was hanging. As a prisoner, Steelfang asks him who SE took all the supplies, and she told him, says that was a devil, and what is called his Chen, while so much Suchin and Baek, they have returned. Next to Xiaofeng, the soldier is bandaged and he looks hurt, but Les says that's okay, is more interested in the other man that came in with Shi Suchin. You asks that he see the wound, and although at first was just one scratch lately, ha worsened a lot for some. Reason? Suchin tells him that the wound caused it the cannibals. What are they creatures that are eaten to the people? Her nails are full of bacteria and viruses, and without medicine to treat, the wound could arrive to be mortal. Now then, the medicines. They are resources scarce and impossible to find, but at the same time I would be unacceptable die. So after from OIR, this Su Chen decides share with he a bit of his medicine. Both are surprised by the amount of medicine that your Chen les provided, but he them says that it did, because Zhao Feng is yours brother in his life former. There was a man in he army whose power fighting was comparable to that of a bomb, nuclear humanoid acquaintance. Like the god of the war, yes, that person turns out to be Zhao Feng. So invest in his friendship and survival definitely will benefit you, Xiao Feng. He tells her to our protagonist that he has to a favor, but also knows that your Chen has not come to your hiding place only to deliver medicines. He asks you to his Chen tell them what that really wants, and them says that soon will produce a great flood and that they will have to evacuate quickly. Extreme heat already is causing the fast one thawing of the glaciers, and because of that, seawater is flooding quickly the continent. If they don't leave so soon as they can both, all the earth will remain submerged in water from the floods. The people you listen, shocked, but one of the others, survivors not him, believes he accuses him of wanting scare them away to monopolize the resources from the school. Remember exactly who that girl so noisy is called. Fan Chen is yours, companion of class, a famous one boxer of her university, and a rich girl second-class generation too, the one who create divisions gender. He approaches him and asks him, carry meal in the stock market. Before he can answer, she takes the bag and tries to take it off. But Su Chen, I know it prevents with a quick dose of equality gender and a slap in LA. Kara it enough strong as to leave him immediately, the cheek swollen, and tear it away a tooth while healing the wound. The rest of LA people of the hiding place begin to cheer. The attack carry time, bothering and hoarding all the residents just because has money at home for that reason. Everyone is fed up with her since time and immediately encouraged to be thrown out of the bedrooms. Immediately, it seems that that's enough infamous there, and the cheers, so that her out, they make her lose the head furious. Threat with go to search to his father and do that the kill to everyone after. Run away from the area. Beckham enters to check. Our protagonist, all right, but him warns that the girl is directed to search to his father and probably someone ought stop her. However, that run dad doesn't help a lot in the apocalypse. She goes out to the lands from the school ranting about how the men in the country, they are all inferiors, her especially Su Chen. None of them can compare share with the gentleman of the foreign. The name of your dinner brings the attention unwanted from one of the men who, according to her, is about under her, is the bully of before. He grabs her behind and asks him, where is exactly Su Chen? He man from the moment it comes out of the bedrooms towards the exit. He Captain Bai can take charge of the evacuation while he is going to look for which really brought him to the campus. First of all, Hills. Important is to wait that the King's Serpent Golden Mute for be able to collect her the crystal, maybe even get his ability to manipulate he water while walking by the yard. The voice of a girl calls him, begging him that saves her, becomes and go to Fangi, swollen and hanging of the floor behind her. There is a man who laughs while is standing about the truck that holds IT of the floor. Su Chen asks him jokingly, yes, has achieved fine to his father, while she continues begging him aid. He man in he truck is presented like someone from the office, Federal of the Evolution, and he is here to revenge of his Chen to snatch your supplies for your meeting today. He has prepared a truck full of surprises. Open the part rear of the truck and it fills up of a little army of demons of the drought that come out in droves and it surround. Inside the soldiers and the civilians, they hear the scream of all the demons of drought that end to be released. They know that the sound comes from the address for which it is was Su Chen, and that means that your new buddy could be in danger. Bi-chan Yu says to Xiao Feng, who stay watching to the civilians while she is going to find out the situation, but this time refuses and does not let leave again alone. Meanwhile, back with Su Chen, he bully asks, yes, the girl noisy with the face still swollen is yours, companion of class. If so, this is it. Is his chance to be a hero and save to the beauty. All what it has to do is to kneel and beg, and the girl will be released. Su Chen is take a moment to think in the offer, and the girl presumptuous. He yells at her that is fast, and kneel down to save her. It is not impossible, but only there is a problem. Fan Chen neither, not even wait to tell him which is the problem, and it begins to ask desperately why not. Will be able to save her. Just said that will save her after all, and not it will be impossible, as could be missing to your word. Being a man, his Chen Le says that it's a man, but what it is not worthy to save her, instead to save her. He can help her to contact with those gentlemen foreigners, of which he boasts so much to see. Yeah, are willing to save her. That explains why. What is so reluctant to help her is because she, it called inferior, so it is taking revenge of her doing this. Well, yeah, he think that she will apologize, and will pray that the hail so is completely wrong. According to she neither not even needs him. The hail. Su Chen laughs and points out the huge horde of zombies that rushes towards her from behind of the truck with the hope of not to regret of their own words inside in a moment. Fan Qing throw a look nervous to the zombies, of which forgot in his anger in their last moments while the zombies, they grabbed him. The legs shout, asking aid and begged his chin that would save her. It seems that was wrong. After all, while the zombies, they destroy her. She screams with all their forces so that he, the save, but it's already too much late after of that. The screams, they turn off the officer from the Office of Evolution. He laughs at it crazy. That was the situation. Seems that your Chen is really a person terrible, that neither not even can help to another in a situation desperate, but no problem since soon we'll meet with. She, then you says to our protagonist, what now? Go to show technology from LA workshop. Federal of Evolution take a boat of octopuses and Celo Frotta in LA. Kara Todo. What to do is to apply this octopus and them monsters. They will listen obediently everything you say. That is because the dust is in reality the ashes of the demons of the drought dead. Once that someone that applies to it makes that the zombies think that that person is one of them, that makes that man stop and look scared. He bowl that has in the hands. It seems that neither, not even I, knew that had been rubbing the face with ashes of monster. He man hurries to spit the dust that I can, having entered him in LA Boca, and it disgusts him. Think that has been rubbing dust of monsters by the body all the time. Now he is furious and orders to the monsters that it tear apart. They growl and they avalanche about him with the claws out and the teeth taut. Su Chen does not lose he time and takes out a pair of katanas, his store staff, then rushes through of the crowd of zombies, slicing them to everyone in pieces in less than 1 second. Ends with they so fast, who is standing right in front of the truck. Before he man finish from coughing, he official return is made and go to his opponent, looking at him carefree without to flinch at all. Still there is several zombies that he surround from behind, and it's 2 soldiers allies. They arrive just in time to see him about to from being surrounded. The official official orders to the zombies that they attack. Again, but none moves. Chen shakes the dust of the shirt, and him says to the man that I don't know, bother in shouting, it's useless by far. That screams the zombies. They will do nothing. He man from LA office asks him, that once, say with that. And their questions are answered when everyone the zombies fall spontaneously in pieces behind him both. The man does not have neither idea how was possible. Chen does not answer him, and in your place uses its power to teleport behind of the man and grabs him by the neck. Never wanted, have nothing what to see with. The office, Federal of Evolution. So ask who ordered exactly to the man to come to kill him. If you do not deliver to his master Chen, not have reasons to forgive him, his useless life our protagonist. Strip of the mask, metallic of the man. While you smile with contempt, he man begin to scream because the pressure. It's too much strong for him, and in an instant, Chen Lei starts the head of the shoulders with the part even lower, connected to the marrow-spinal bacon. He is surprised by have resolved the situation apparently impossible in a moment. It is similar before, and this type of power, it's not something that is can get only with training. This guy must be a species of monster. Chen is more frustrated by the maid to have had to use so much strength against these small chips. From now will have to show more moderation against the people before things are put problems for him. Yes, just had an assistant able with he that could work, so everything would be more easy while both back in the Huan hotel. He's already waking up startled for a dream. Sudden one more time dreamed with Chen, and it seems that Saint take it out from the head. Why hasn't it turned with her? A loud voice comes from outside of the room, and she jumps scary for a moment. So remember the words of his Chen about whom needs near him, who want to keep at your side. It should be useful to you, and if they are useless, then no will take care of they. The rest of the words of his Chen motivate Duan now to take a gun of the cupboard and face each other to their fears bluntly, is determined to become in his hand. Right happens whatever happens, and for that needs be able to care for of itself same. The ancient cook enters in, shoving in one of the rooms of study. From the suite, armed with 2 pistols and a bad face of poker. Yet although there is nobody in the room, despite is sure of that. The voices come from over there, other snarl sounds behind her, and it is turn around just in time to see that one of the demons of the drought had sneaked in behind her. He zombie walks, threatening towards her, and LA pushes against a table from the room, does not know about where a left. Neither has Ha arrived until her, but I didn't have where to go now that has been cornered against LA Mesa, your only hope. It's the gun that he took from the room before leaving to fight. Before that I can use it, devil of the drought. The removal from the hands of a slap, and LA does fly behind from the table, so milk. Opening the mouth of a pair in pairs to attack old LA cook without another way to defend themselves. Close your eyes and prepares for it worse. But luckily for her, he's zombie failure full. His attack and in your place bites a chair at your side, does not have neither idea of what happens, neither of what he does this guy, but it seems that for now is safe. Has been sniffing everything this time, and it seems that the eyes from his face Han missing. Maybe in reality can't see nothing and is trusting in its meaning of smell, for find her from some manner had luck this time. But now it's too much close. Yes, does some noise. LA will attack from immediate turns, and it is given account about what. The gun continues on the table fair in the edge, far within its reach. It turns and tries pick it up stealthily while he's zombie still. No is aware wherefrom is stretched a bit more. The hand, but the gun continues out within its reach, and before can grab it, it's already too much late. His back hits against him. Orm of the zombie, alerting him of his presence, yells at him when is about to attack, and just then memories of such the words flood his mind. He told him that your resources are limited, so can't keep it by his side alone because she is pretty. She has what to find a core of glass in the head of a monster that will give you skills similar to the that he has. If she can't do that, so he will allow that useless people remain to your around. That thought triggers a reaction in her and passes on the offensive before that the zombie can delete it. With he heel, his shoe nails his leg directly in the eye of the zombie, so strong that he other side, he is sailed by the nape of the neck. His zombie stops moving, and she tried to throw of the leg backward, but suddenly grabs him. He ankle, forcing her to stab his face a few, how many times more, before that finally falls to the ground, then take a axe from another place of the room. It's a shame that your Chen were not here to see it, demonstrating that no, she is useless, but now can find out, has a nucleus glass in the head. Back to the university. Engineering by Chan and Lucio Feng followed. He advised of his Chen, and they started to organize the evacuation evacuation of the students by Tang. Even he put on in contact with his brother Bin, and him asked that would bring his troop to join them and guarantee the security of the students. Once solved, this Su Chen returns to the snake of the laboratory of reptiles from the school and continues lending him special attention. Elapsed a time, the creature starts his mutation and starts to grow in size. Su Chen observes with interest, wondering as far as can mutate, and the creature returns, the look with contempt to help her to grow. Su Chen, even you prepared a great bucket of water, for that could grow more fast in how much leaves fall. The bucket of water to the ground, the snake slips inside it. Seems that already know that needs get in he water to complete his mutation. What you say, the annoyance to try, force it to enter in how much his body touches. He water begin to grow up to become into a beast big and terrifying, with head of dragon and a body big and scaly. Su Chen observes as hits violently against the sides from the cube, until finally the cube explodes, spreading he water for all the room and revealing the form evolved of the snake former. There was grown both since the mutation initial, and all this came of a simple bucket of water. Had decided to wait to arrive. The flood would have been a disaster. A lot elderly now that the beast has grown. Su Chen invokes one of their swords, and him does an offer. If you choose for submitting to, he so could consider keep it. As a pet, he monster has nothing to do and tries to escape through the window before Suchen can catch him. It seems that really had developed something intelligence and knows that not be able to fight properly against his Chen, especially in that room. Close crosses the window and goes out to the patio from the campus, and his Chen jumps just behind, so try slip away and save themselves, but it is neither up close enough fast to escape of the sword of our protagonist. Su Chen falls of the darling and nails the sword on the skin scaly of the creature, but for his surprise, the sword, it is divided into half. Seems that the scales are much harder of what I thought. The snake turns and roars to his Chen, and it is given account that if the blades don't work with, he will have to use his fist to crush it until he has killed Basket the first punch at the head of the beast, making it fall to the ground. But he takes revenge, wrapping his body around him, treating to drown him, tangling it up. But Su Chen's silk account of that the attack is in reality just a feint, and the true aim of the creature is completely different. Opens its wide mouth with fangs and prepares to bite to our protagonist. Meanwhile, back with the survivors, Bai Chan can't help it look toward the campus, his brother Silk. Account of that does not leave to look at her and mockery of her. Why not once separate of that man so handsome called Su Chen? She told him, says that if he doesn't speak, nobody, you will treat us to a mute. And it's obvious, what does he want? That I leave to speak, that calls the attention by Bameng, and it is given account about what to your sister, you has to like a lot that boy. But that doesn't change the fact that if he stays in the campus, so is condemned. Bai Kang is safe about what not die from the first moment in which he saw to his Chen, felt that it was very strong, had a look deep and an aura mysterious, that they did seem a monster. That's why is sure about what will survive and that they will return to meet. Meanwhile, Su Chen is released easily from LA Korea of the snake and grabs her through the throat. It is impossible that something so easy can catch him when it is her made so strong, uses his foot to push toward below, he body of the snake and is released. While the snake struggle to free itself from his grip, has heard that the snakes have the nerves very developed, so although the cut, the head ought to be able to bite, so instead to tear it away, the head part, the snake in half, making sure that I can't come back to bite, and in the remains collect a crystal, and is anxious to see what kind of ability you will finally give. Begin the strong rains and such, and how warned Su Chen, the city begin to flood. If the heat extreme manages to destroy the will of the people, so the flood that sweeps the whole world will destroy by complete the civilization, human neither, not even cities from the interior. As Chengdu, they could escape to massive LA and devastating flood, and all just being scanning for the waters. The low ground of the university, engineering only left on the water-tall buildings, like the administrative. Meanwhile, your Chen neither is safe of the flood of the waters and dives in he water. Fortunately, after absorbing the core Dorado del Rey, this snake you grants the ability to move and breathe freely under the water. Thanks to this, his body has suffered still more changes, and it has been turned stronger after entering in contact with he water. His body development small scales, and his force improved enormously. Also his eyes, they have become more sensitive to the light and has formed a membrane protector in front amount of them, although does not use the nose nor la boca to breathe, does not suffocate under the water, and has the sensation to breathe through of the skin. They are skills that borrowed of the Snake King Dorada. Although it is not a skill of handling of the water, be able to breathe under the water go on being very beneficial for him. The waters they overflowed from the area, from the Hotel Green City, hence swim river up against the current. It is impossible. The current is fierce, and the waste in he water are like rubble hidden everything. This you prevents go back to LA suite of the hotel. In addition, seems that the eruption volcanic ha reached his peak, but as Sando it is far away of the volcano. The sky seems relatively clear when the enormous amount of ash volcanic full the air and blocks the sun. He winter of the end of the world will not be far away before everyone. These events apocalyptic had better the civilization humans cease to exist to avoid becoming the dam of the creatures that evolve with the crisis. It is better strengthen and become more powerful to be able to protect yourself better in his life. Previous, after he Great Flood Saint, had grow with the time several factions powerful. The north part, low level of the city, I was busy by the King Serpent Dorada and the King Female Corpse. The southern part of the city converted in he place meeting of the tribe, cannibal of the clan Devourer. LA western part of the city was controlled by the Rat King and his army of rats, while the part eastern I was busy by the Shredder of Skulls Gaukian and the Chef of the Hell Duan already in his life previous. Chen was about to die several times by hands of them. However, in this life already has been occupied by Gao Chiang and the Snake King of Gold ahead of time, so that he remains strong. He better method is to get the nuclei glass remaining for yes same. However, he clan Devourer has a great population and numerous factions by it was not enough. The female corpse king is slippery. What it does almost impossible that I found her now in his life previous. The University of Technology there was suffered a plague of rats. What it means that the Rat King should be over there. All that has to do is to find it in advance to be able to get its core glass with the minimum effort. Some sound submarines they take out of your thoughts. It seems that takes too much time, relaxed and multiple creatures, submarines. They have finished surrounding him. Meanwhile, in another place of the city flooded. Two men, they cling for his life. The furious ones waters from the flood. They wonder desperately as has been produced a flood in middle of LA. Nothing while they cling to the tower are given account of that someone. Nothing quickly toward any that is in he water ought to be dead. But it seems that has a lot energy to swim so fast. It's not just that, also recognized to the man that is approaching full speed. It's your Chen, the guy that the office they was sent to watch if it weren't for him and be trapped here in the flood. If you dare to join them in the tower, they will kick back into the water. One of the men's silk account that your Chen moves really fast for someone who barely survives in the waters of the flood. And besides that, it seems that someone it is following behind of the man that nothing, as if out he owner. There is from the sea several zombies sailors in a hurry by the water behind him, despite that Su Chen is swimming more fast that they against the current growing of the water go on approaching to the men, and these they shout that don't come near more. Ours protagonist the recognizes as people from the Office Federal of Evolution and is surprised about what its influence he has extended already so far that's perfect for him already, that can take them out information. In this situation, our man jump from the water to the tower and uses to one of the men as a springboard to arrive to the top. The man loses he control and K of the tower toward the waters, infested of zombies just before can find his wet finish. His buddy get with difficulty, grab him by the arm and save him from death. But now with the weight extra envelope, a person at two don't have any left. A lot time to survive already. This step both will end falling into the water. The first man reassures to his friend, telling him that it up but it's useless, and if don't release, both will die. Definitely Suchin take advantage. The opportunity to ask them that he count all what they know about the Office Federal of Evolution. The men they refuse to speak and warn a Suchin De K, although die, there will be others that they will take revenge of them. Yes, that is destiny that they have chosen. No, they can blame him of that happens after. One of the zombies get hold at the foot of the man bigger and pull it toward. He water his buddy screams and dives after willing to die with his friend. The decision, it turns out be wrong, and both remain at mercy of the hundreds of creatures what's up in he water. When all hope she seems lost, Su Chen dives in he water and uses a sword to cut to everyone. The zombies that were about to attack them in 1 second are saved, and everyone The zombies are dead. The man wonders, yeah, his Chen is truly human, given that seems to be too strong. Although the circumstances, although you must one for having him, Brand decide, tell him what they know you. They say that they have been sent by the Office Federal of Evolution to keep an eye on him. The office is found in the University of Science and Technology and is directed by the Chief Liu and a team of researchers. They were just doing what is said to them said and following the orders who came from above of them in the last life of his Chen. Disaster of the rats occurred in the University of Science and Technology, and it seems that there is a connection between the disaster of rats and the Office Federal of Evolution. Them if investigate with rats in the laboratories from LA University, but only the researchers can enter in the laboratories, hence they don't know a lot of the what happens in its interior. Suchen Silk account of let it happen, whatever happens has to go to investigate the situation before start the disaster of the rats. Meanwhile, Gifture that followed in the Hotel Green City, there was obtained luckily a nucleus glass from the head of the zombie. After to swallow it, begin to feel the same sensation of ardor that felt Su Chen when evolved by first time. He wonders if it has achieved and what powers you will grant, but at the same time he realizes that the water has flooded the whole floor superior. Within the water, several small tentacles surround their feet, ready to attack in the moment. In what Silk account of the tentacles swarm, he monster already has curled up in his body, lifting it up of the floor and wrapping it. It is viscous and disgusting, and with the form in which it is tied around of her almost, there is no manner about what can escape. Suddenly, the beast tentacle lift up your mouth toward your face and roars at him, revealing a throat full of hundreds of sharpening teeth. SE is moving forward about her already hard. Catch him with the hands and prevent the bite. But the creature curls up around from his hands, preventing him. Still more moving, more of them. They leave of the water, and before that can think is completely tangled and surrounded by the dozen of them. Everyone attacks so quickly that neither not even had time to get used to their new skills. His mind returns to his Chen, and remember the first time that he showed his powers of handling of the space he said that found and consumed a nucleus glass could obtain his ability. But how many monsters they seem ordinary, not always. You will be able to know what power has a single monster by his appearance. The best manner that I discover his ability, when you don't know what would it be, feel it in his body and in the environment. Once acquire new skills, you will be able to feel every change and try, master it and control it. Concentrates in the environment and in the end is capable to feel the change in his body, can see the small brains of the monsters that they attack her, and uses your new power to scream an order, forcing them to leave to move the tentacles. Listen his order and everyone falls flaccid at the same time as will end to die. That he sets her free, but still deck sticky substance viscose. Now that they are all immobilized, take his axe and cuts them to everyone in a moment, converting them in minced meat. When it ends is covered of guts of monster and drool. So decide, give a bathroom. A voice behind her asks him, can join and turn around list to fight against another intruder. However, it's just your Chen, and it seemed that there was seen knocked down to all those eels monstrous by itself. Samey this impressed by the maid about what she managed, even grab a weapon to protect themselves. Duan I run toward he and him hugs, happy to be back to see him. He was wearing so long outside that began to worry about what didn't come back. He reunion, it doesn't last long. However, when she gives herself account that he is naked again for some reason, she steps away his and asks him, because continue meeting while he is naked, and you says that the water was dirty, so took off everything, the clothes. Hey you, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. This was just the beginning. Want to know what happens next? Then hit that subscribe button so you won't miss the upcoming episodes.